Alright, so I've let you guys all think about this. Let's see if I got any answers, or if I'm going to have to move this around, try to direct it. So who here can think of a reason why it might be a good thing or a bad thing if you impose your own personal force upon somebody else's personal force, thus tapping into the living force using your own energy? If that makes any sense. I think Isaac was first.
I immediately, upon you asking that question, had an answer.
Okay.
From a personal experience. Healing.
Exactly what I was going for, actually.
Personal experience, on several occasions, taking your own personal life force and delving into somebody else's to pull out the bad shit. That can be good, and it can also be very, very bad. One, you can screw them up, or you can screw yourself up and get yourself lost if you don't know what you're doing. Quid pro quo. No, that's not accurate, but...
We got you.
Mark that, strike that from the record, please.
Doesn't work with video.
Who was the next one?
Mitch.
Like he was saying, where you take something from someone else and replace it with your own, you can do that for good, say helping them quit a horrible habit, or bad, you can mess with their head in a way that changes who they are. Instead of someone being happy and upbeat, you can cause them to become depressed, can't really think of a word, but just full of malice and hatred.
Malicious.
Yes, thank you. Malicious.
Malicious. Was it Bree or Matt?
I think it was Matt.
Matt.
This is off of my predetermined destiny, that's what I like to call it, theory. As far as good and bad to interact our force with the living force, it would be a bad thing if you look at it from that aspect. If you're one who thinks about, believes in fate in everything that happens. As far as, where is it, my life's already been planned out, so to speak. What power or what right do I have to try and use my own personal energy to overwrite that of some greater power than me, to rewrite something in the tapestry? Also, though, on the flip side of that coin, it could just fall right into the whole fate thing. Maybe I'm just fated to mess with the living force. But as far as good and bad, I only see bad out of it from that spectrum.
Shoot, you are so great.
I was gonna say it's chakra working. If you open someone's chakras, that can be a good thing, but if you open too many, or even sometimes they're closed for a reason, it can cause them more pain and suffering.
Lisa. I mean,
Again?
I'm sorry, there's two Lisas here.
Answer to
And
your
she's
question.
not one of them.
Answer to your question, actually. The only one I can think of. What right do you have? Well, it's your life.
Nicole, you are now pretend Lisa.
Okay.
But on number 3,
It's your life. What gives anybody else because what, they're bigger, better than you? Who says? What gives anybody else the right to decide what happens in your life or what you do? So I think if you have the power to mess with your life, it's your life. As long as you're not hurting anybody else.
I think it was Brian.
Contacting or talking to spirits could be a good thing. There might be a spirit out there who needs to be put to rest. But again, it could also be a bad thing because you may upset the balance of the room or the building that you're in. And there's always, I believe that if you remove something, there's always got to be something there to replace it.
equivalent exchange.
Right, just like
Alchemy.
if somebody PCS is out of your unit, there's always going to be somebody there to fill that slot. Real bad example, but that's the best way I can. It's the best way.
Unless the unit's disbanding.
I can explain it.
Kind of messing up the feng shui of the room because you communicated with something like that?
Exactly, and by putting that to rest, something either positive or negative has to fill that spot.
I was thinking of charity work. You know, going out where you're actually helping people that are and that are not getting along as well in life by you helping them. For instance, seen that extreme building where they, build homes for people that they really need new homes. That can, throw off the value of everything that's in an area by helping them, but decreasing values of other people's things, making them feel worse because all of a sudden somebody else has a good house where they don't, things like that, and that's the only thing I think.
Good example.
Banishings, not like of spirits, but if you're trying to get a person out of your life or of someone else's, if you're not careful with that, instead of just getting rid of them, you could hurt them, you could kill them, you could do a lot of things that you don't mean to do.
Anymore.